Stepping off the bus, suitcase heavier than my dreams, I looked up at the towering hostel building. Nervous excitement bubbled inside. My first time away from home. My heart thumped like a drum solo. The warden, a stern lady with a watchful eye, greeted me. Room 302. Up 3 flights of stairs. Each step felt like a leap into the unknown. Finally, I reached my room, a small space with 2 beds and a shared desk. One roommate, already unpacked, strummed a guitar.
Hey man, I'm Raj.
He grinned, flashing a smile that could charm the birds from the trees. The other roommate, shy and bespectacled, mumbled a hesitant hi.
Hi.
That's how I met Vikram. We were a mismatched trio, thrown together by fate. Little did I know this room would become my haven, these strangers my family. The aroma of burnt toast and overboiled milk wafting through the air could only mean one thing. Breakfast time at the hostel mess. Every morning, we'd stumble into the chaotic mess hall, greeted by the clatter of trays and the deafening chatter of hungry students. The food, to put it politely, was an adventure. Some days it was edible. Other days, it was a culinary experiment gone wrong. We'd trade stories of the most outrageous dishes, from the infamous mystery meat curry to the legendary concrete roti.
One particularly memorable day, we found a cockroach in our dal. Instead of complaining, we named him Harold and made him our unofficial mess mascot. After all, what's a little protein between friends?
The mess, despite its flaws, was where we bonded over shared meals and even shared misery. It was our common ground, our battleground, and sometimes, surprisingly, our source of amusement. Hostel life wasn't always about burnt food and cockroach companions. It was also about pushing boundaries and testing the limits of our warden's patience. One night, fueled by boredom and a shared craving for samosas, we hatched a daring plan. Our mission to sneak out after curfew and feast on the forbidden street food. It seemed like a brilliant idea at the time. Armed with bed sheets tied together as a makeshift rope and hearts pounding with a mixture of excitement and terror, we scaled down the drain pipe. The samosas were everything we'd dreamed of and more. But our victory was short-lived. On our way back, we ran straight into the warden, her face illuminated by the moon, and probably fury.
Let's just say we spent the rest of the night cleaning the mess hall as punishment.
Looking back, it wasn't the smartest move we'd ever made, but it was one of those unforgettable experiences that cemented our bond and added another chapter to our ever-growing book of hostel legends.
The friendships we forged in those hostel hallways were the kind that would last a lifetime. We were a family, bound together by shared experiences and an unspoken understanding. We were more than just roommates or classmates, but through it all, we had each other's backs. Times when heartbreak felt like the end of the world. Times when exams loomed over us like dark clouds. There were times when homesickness hit us like a ton of bricks. We were each other's confidants, cheerleaders, and sometimes even therapists. We shared our triumphs and failures, our joys and sorrows. We saw each other at our best and worst. Section 4. Through thick and thin, the bonds we forge. Hostel life wasn't all fun and games.
Section 5. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again. Graduation day arrived, a bittersweet symphony of laughter and tears.
We stood together, a sea of black robes and mortarboards, our hearts heavy with the knowledge that this chapter of our lives was coming to an end. As we said our goodbyes, promises were made to stay in touch, to reunite soon. We knew that life would take us down different paths, but the memories we'd made within these hostel walls would forever bind us together.
The hostel had been our training ground, our crucible, our home away from home.
It had taught us about independence, resilience, and the power of friendship.
And as we stepped out into the world, we carried a piece of it with us, forever etched in our hearts.